Hello, my name is Sinikka Naumanen, and this is my first um, video in English. So I think I have to do it what, 5, 6 times to be good. It's enough. I have doing these videos for my own language, which is Finnish. I was born in Finland 1951, but I moved to and left Finland for the work, like the au pair first in Deutschland when I was 14 years old, and when I was 15 I come to Stockholm, and I think I'm staying in the summertime, June, July, August, with the children, and I think to move back to my home in Turku in Finland, but I will stay in Sweden, and it's so near Finland and Sweden, so I think that when I learn Swedish I can go back to Finland and continue my school and so on and so on, but this summer is continuing today. And what I will say in this video, it is that I'm working like a freelance many years to write articles and books, and my first book, the fighter in the Sweden, give my first and sponsor my first book. And this book, it was telling a story about my life and my diseases, to be sick in panic, this disease. 1992, when I was very, very badly. Nobody knows, but the most of the doctors don't understand what it was. You come to the hospital, you have so much heart was going so fast, tachycardia, and you think that you are being a stupid person. Something happened, the whole body is intact. So I say it perhaps easily. And I don't understand what I have in my body, what's happened. And these attacks, they are coming so soon, in the one moment, 1 second. And perhaps this go over after half hour, 1 hour, but it beginning to come more often and before the whole time. It was to help, my help was coming when I was reading a newspaper here in Sweden called Dagens Nyheter, DN. It's coming every day, and I look there. It was, if you think you can have this diseases, panic disorder, panic attacks, and it was rambling what it means, the heart going very fast, and you are near to swimming, or and you have so many bad feelings in your body, and you think you can get lost your mind, be stupid. So perhaps you have this panic disorders, and it was the most famous, one of the most famous doctors, docent Christer Algolander. He was, and he is a doctor in Huddinge Hospital, Karolinska Hospital in Stockholm, and he will doing the study for these patients. This blind study, someone get one medicine, and somebody only the sugar pills, and we never know what have the sugar bills or the medicine. After this, so I was the patient to him, and I know him today about 20 years. And my life changed to the better after this, because if you don't know what you have, what disease you have, how can you be better in your life? So it's very important to know what this diagnosis is. Now, in these days, the people know very, very much more. But this time, if I ask my friends, my working friends, so I think only 1% understanding what I was speaking. They say, but you look so fresh, and we don't see it, and we don't understand, and therefore you were so alone to speak about this panic disorders. And I'm trying now to speak, because I speak Swedish and Finnish, and my English is very bad. One of my grandchildren, a boy, he's 6 years old, he say, your English is very, very bad, because he is his father is from England and my daughter is from Sweden. So he is going to English school, and he says always that it's very bad, the grandmother is speaking. But I try my best, and I say to people, try. You have nothing to lose. If the people is laughing a little bit, so what? Laughing, so what? And I have writing 3 books. The last is coming out just now, and I don't leave these books to the this time. I don't know in future to the Alibris for the web here to selling, because there is the billion books, and I will have my books at my home, and I'm selling for these books. Half of the profits going to directly to do this what I want to do so many years. And I give this information here in Sweden and in Finland. I have for the young people, because everyone knows that the young people is without job here in Sweden, in Finland, in Europe, outside the Europe. So it's perhaps they talking about 25% is without job, but I think that the really near the truth is 30-40%, and some countries have up to 50%, 60% young people is without job. So I will that it's coming here in Sweden, we call it Sociala cooperative. In Finland they call it also osuuskunta in Finnish, and I don't know, perhaps the social cooperatives, they beginnings in Great Britain and Italy, now in Greece, and it's if I try to say it very short, it's some people here in Sweden, it needs 3 persons to the start, but it's most better if you are 8, 9, 10 or more, because somebody can be more sick, and it's most for these people who have some needs. They can have the psychiatric diagnoses, diseases like the manic depressive bipolar disease, Borderline, ADHD, ADD, social phobia, and other things, perhaps problem with the drugs and alcoholic, and so on and so on. So these people perhaps can only work 50% or 75%, 25%, and they own these companies. And we heard in Sweden, maybe 50 years ago, the first working place, it's calling Samhall, and there is a people with these functions down, and they working there, and it's good, but it's the commune and state and Sweden who is the owner and pay their salaries in the amount. And it's very good and have to be good for many persons, but it's not usable for every, especially young people. Perhaps they will do something with the music, perhaps they will write something, some newspaper, some other papers are doing something with the art, galleries are something other. It's important that you ask these young persons between 16, 25, 26 or a little bit older also, what will you do in your life if you have the chance to this? And you must listen, you must wait this answer back to you, because if we always say, I think you have do these things or that things, I think it's good for you, we never coming to the deeply in the question, what will you do? Tell it to me, what will you do? And after this, when they answer something that I will do perhaps this and this, so the work can begin to help these young people. And 3 books I have writing, and the first was for this panic attacks, my own story about when I was 43 years, much of troubles of my life, and back how I got back to the work life after this. So it was 2004, and this book you can I can send to you, and it cost about 15 euro, 150 kronor. And I can come to the workplaces to telling my story, but it's better if I can tell it in Swedish or in Finnish. For these languages I can fluently. So my English, I try only give this information now in English. And the other book I was writing, it was the name Vem ska ta ansvar? I try to translate in English, it's who have the responsibility, and it was about young people with this psychiatric diagnosis, bipolar, manic depressive, schizophrenia, panic attacks, ADHD, ADD, and using the drugs or alcohol. Some other needs to playing for too much the games and so on and so on. This book too is only in Swedish, but I try to translate it in English or Finnish. My last book, it was 2013 last year, and now I have got this book. It's only book I have writing in Finnish, the half, and the other half in this book is in Swedish. Between there is some paintings I have done. I had never go to some gallery, but I show something, And my friend Marita Välima, she's living here near Uppsala in Gimo. She have taken the photographies outside in the nature, some about this, so 4 sides, 3-4 sides it's in this book, my paintings and she's photographies. And this book is calling in Swedish Livets palett, in Finnish Elämän paletti, and in English perhaps translating can be near the life palette. The different colors of the life and things. It's very short kapitel, very easy to read. The book is only 65 sides, and the kapitel is about love, about friendship, about forgiving, about young people and older people together. It's only little about my opinion, how I think, or different religions, and thinking about what is life. And also bitter, how it is to be bitter in the life, and love, so important things, so like love. So all these books you can get, you can if you are on company, you can perhaps have a book little bit cheaper if you have to take 50 books, 100 books, and it's so important that so many people, so many companies take a part of this good thing, this necessary things for the young people. We have all of us in our families, perhaps with our friends, some other people we know who have this diagnosis, and I will have work, because every people needs have work to go to, and have the times to go up and time to sleep, and feel much better to have the communicate with the other peoples. I'm 100% in these things. I think it's the best about all people. So this was my story, and I excuse me for my bad English, like my grandchild says, but I try my best, and I can be better if I try to learn more English. So this was my message to all of you who was looking. You can contact me in the Facebook, and you have to name in the chat that it is because this video about your books and so on and so on. So I know, because how I know I cannot take everybody in the world to my friends, because I have not this time. So it is only. So I am wishing this message and summer next till have coming in Sweden. So we have nice weather here in Sweden now. Have a good time, or have a good day. And hello. Meets again.